Alright, what is going on, guys? This is Killa, and today what I have for you guys is a 111 and something, like a double-digit death gameplay. I think I get 10 deaths in this gameplay. As you'll see, we are losing the game here. I start off struggling, man. I was trying to play the objective, trying to be a hero for my team, as usual, and trying to get 100 plus at the same time. So it's a bit of a struggle. Yes, the struggle is indeed real, guys. Hashtag. And basically, I do come out and get 100 kills. I think I do pretty well in the second half. And I managed to kill this camper, come back and kill this guy. But anyways, I don't want to talk about the gameplay. That's not what this video is about. It is about a story that I have for you guys. This is going to be Storytime with Killa episode 4 or something. And I have a pretty interesting topic for you guys today. So, in case you guys didn't know, I have been working on a gas line, working 12 hours a day, 72 hours a week, 6 days a week, and it's been a struggle. It's been a lot of work, and that's why I haven't been posting videos, and that's why I didn't do a commentary on my last video, because I was really tired, and I just wanted to get something out there for you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that gameplay nonetheless, but anyways, excuse me, basically, alright, so to start off this day, we worked all day long, 12 hours, I do believe, and so come to find out, my uncle, you guys that follow me on Twitter know that, a few of you guys know that my uncle, I went to see him in the hospital recently, and he was dying from alcoholism, and finally he made it out of the hospital, he made it back home, and he survived for a couple more weeks, and he finally died, and it's really tragic, man. It sucks even talking about it right now, and yeah, I don't want to talk about that too much, but anyways, I found that out this day, and you know, I found it out after I got off of work. I was in the store at Belk with my friend. He was shopping for some jeans, some work jeans, and I broke down and literally cried immediately right then and there, and yeah, it really sucked to find that out, and I wasn't ready for it, man. Even though I knew that he was slowly dying from his alcoholism, you know, it just hit me like a freight train right then and there, and yeah. There's nothing you can really do to prepare for that, so if you have family members that die, my thoughts go out to you, and how you feel. But anyways, that's not what I want to talk about. Also, what happened this day is that we got, after we got off, we found out that at our hotel, since we're working on people's property on a gas line, we can't, you know, my friend smokes cigarettes and we can't litter on their property. So he saves the cigarette butts and he throws them away at our hotel or something like that. And this day, you know, he left some of them laying around in the hotel. So since that there was no smoking in the hotel, our maid was a drama queen. She was friends with one of the ladies that worked the front desk, and basically she charged us $250 on not just us, but to our boss's company work card. So we had to go and pay that cash out of our wallets, and I ended up paying the majority of it because, well, I'll go ahead and tell you that in a second here. So basically, we were pissed off, and we said, screw it, we're going out tonight. So there was this saloon, you know, half a block away from the hotel that we were staying at, and we can't take the work truck to go out and drink in, and nobody drives. We just take the work truck because we're going all over the place and we don't want to be driving everywhere. So you know, we just take the work truck wherever we go. So basically, what happened is we walked to this bar, right? It starts off 9 o'clock, really slow, man. There was like nobody there. I was surprised. I was wanting to leave almost instantly, but come to find out, they say that the college kids, don't come till later, and basically, you know, to stick around. So we did, and it turned out that there was actually a good bit of girls there, and that's the reason that we came there, man. We came there to meet some girls, you know. I didn't know anybody in this town. I've been moving around from job site to job site, and I get paid per diem, and they pay for our hotel and everything like that. So basically, you know, I don't know anybody anywhere that I go. So I was getting kind of lonely, and I wanted to meet some girls, so that's why we came out there. So my friend wanted to play some pool. You know, he was getting pretty drunk off of whiskey, and I was getting pretty drunk off of whiskey and beer as well. And basically, I met some girls, man. I succeeded in my mission, and I was trying to get my friend to come over there and to talk to them, but he was going to bet some guy on pool. And I told him, man, let me know if you bet this guy, if you need you need me to have your back or anything, but don't bet him $50 like he wants you. Bet him $20 at the most. So basically, he ends up playing this guy. And you know, he played somebody before that though, and the guy that he played after that was his friend. But anyways, he beat this guy twice in a row, and he beat him one-handedly. And this guy didn't like that at all. He actually got pretty upset about that. So he challenged him to a fight, finally. And, you know, my friend goes to tell me, and he challenged him like 3 different times. The first time we go to meet him outside, and his girlfriend drags him away. The second time, we're going to meet him out front, and the security guard is going to let him fight and everything. He was going to make sure it was a clean fight, but this guy shook his hand and said, no, we're all cool. So then finally gets his friend to tell him to meet us, or for us to meet him at Waffle House parking lot. So after we leave the bar, you know, I hooked up with this chick, got her number and everything, and we finally go to leave the bar. We're pretty shit-faced drunk at this point, and basically, you know, my friend wants to go to Waffle House parking lot to fight this guy. And I'm like, dude, let's not do this. Let's go back to the hotel. Let's not be stupid. You know, fuck this guy. We don't even know him. Why should we have beef with him? So he wants to go anyway, so we go there. And first thing that happens, this guy is acting like he has a gun in his pants pocket. So he keeps acting like he's got this gun, and then his girlfriend runs up to Barnett and starts pushing him and shoving him, and ends up punching him in the face a couple times. And he's like, don't hit my girl, dog. Don't hit my girl. So finally, she goes to swing at me, and I bucked up to her, and I was like, you better not swing at me. And I wasn't really going to do anything but push her back. But anyways, I'm actually going to have to add some gameplay to the rest of this. I don't know what I'm going to add, but I'm going to add something to it because I don't have enough time to do this whole video. But anyways, so basically what happened is finally, whenever, you know, this girl punched Barnett again, he like pushed her or something, and then this dude went to rush Barnett and started to swing on him. It was him and his friend, and Barnett was like, let's go, 2-on-2, bro, let's go. And so this guy goes to rush Barnett, and he has his black friend with him. They're both about our size, but we didn't really think that they were about shit, to be honest. So basically what happened was he went to rush Barnett, and I went up and stuck him in the face and grabbed him and just started hitting him as hard as I could. And you know, one thing led to another. I got this guy on the ground and started wailing on his face. And this guy actually went in the fetal position, and I started hitting him in the head as hard as I could. And basically he managed to squirm away for a second, and he grabbed my balls as hard as he could. And after this happened, I punched him in the nose really hard, and he started bleeding all over the place. I had blood all over my polo, and he went back down into the fetal position. I hit him a few more times, and then he went to come out of it again, and I uppercut him in the nose again. And so basically I hit this guy a good 20 times. And you know, the main reason that I did this was because I was drunk. I was really having a very bad day, and this guy was a bitch, man. He started shit for no reason, and he couldn't back it up. He went to fight Barnett outside the club, and he didn't want to fight him. Why? Because he didn't have all his boys there with him. This is the type of guy that has to have a bunch of his boys there to fight somebody, or else he won't do it. He can't do a one-on-one clean fight because he's a bitch. He's scared. So basically, what happened was, after I hit this guy a bunch of times, one of his boys was actually in the club and told us not to fight him. Ran up out of nowhere, and he's like, I told you not to fight him. And he ran up and hit me in the jaw, like out of nowhere. So I backed up, and I see like 8 guys behind him, and I literally turned around. And or actually, as he hit me, I started to back up, and he kind of knocked me down a little bit, and I fell down on my knees in the concrete, busted my knees up a little bit, but it wasn't that big of a deal. And I got up, and I started to run. Like, I literally was not going to get jumped. I don't like people that jump people. I don't want to get jumped. I've seen what happens when people get jumped. My brother actually is blind in one eye because he got jumped before, so I wasn't going to let that happen to me. So I got up, and I started to run, and I screamed at Barnett to run away. And they were already ganged up on him. And I was about to run back there and try to save him, right? But like 5 cop cars came rolling up out of nowhere. They were actually outside of the club. So that's why I knew he shouldn't be fighting anyways. But they actually rolled up out of nowhere. And I started walking away again. They were like, hey, you stop right there. And, you know, they went to approach me. But then they saw all these guys ganged up on my friend Barnett. And then they ran over to him. And I just kept walking away. Long story short, I made it halfway back to the hotel before they drove up to me, asked me all these questions, and finally they let me off after I gave them my ID and told them that I was there working and everything like that. They took me actually back to the scene of the crime, or whatever you want to call it, and let me get my shoes back, which was pretty fucking cool. And because I had some Sperry's I was rocking, and I kicked them off right before the fight because I knew shit was about to pop off. Anyways, long story short, guys, fighting isn't exactly cool. You know, I'm not going to promote fighting and say, oh yeah, go beat somebody's ass, it's cool. But, you know, it can be kind of cool, and you know, don't start shit unless you know you can back it up. If you talk a lot of shit, I recommend you learn how to fight somehow. Me, myself, I had an older brother that used to beat the shit out of me ever since I was like 5 years old. So I actually do know how to fight fairly well, and I used to box people. So I've been in quite a few fights. And I know I was going to do another story time with Killa a while back about some older fights. But I kind of like to do these, you know, recently after they happen. So they're fresh in my mind. And yeah, so they're kind of recently. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this story. Long story short, again, Barnett gets a, my friend Barnett that I came there with, gets a disorderly conduct charge, gets thrown in jail, okay? The guy that ran up and hit me gets thrown in jail. He apparently had a reputation of fighting in this town. And the guys that we beat up they didn't even get in trouble for some reason. I think that the guy that I beat up actually may have got sent to the hospital. I'm not sure. I might have broken his nose because I had quite a bit of blood on my polo after this fight. And yeah. So, like I say, don't start shit unless you can back it up. And fighting isn't cool, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, man. I had to have my friend's back. I wasn't gonna go let him go out there and get jumped. You know, I fucking love that dude, and I'll have his back over anybody. You know, except for like my brothers and my family, and he is my brothers basically. So, anyways, hopefully you guys did enjoy this story. Leave a comment below about any fights that you've been in or anything like that. And yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm out. Peace.